Alright, so Rachel already has her face washed and moisturized, so we're going to start with the foundation. So this is the MAC Face and Body Foundation. This is a great foundation because it's a really light coverage, but it's also a buildable coverage. So you can just add a little bit more, add another layer to it to add another layer of coverage. The brush I'll be using today is by Sigma. It's the Sigma F80. It's one of my favorite foundation brush and just creates a very flawless look. So we're just going to brush the foundation right into her skin. The next thing we're going to do is just a quick concealer. I like to use the concealer as a highlighter and a concealer. So I'm just going to dab for me just a little bit under the eye, and then anywhere else that you need just a little bit more coverage. And then you just blend it in with the same brush. The next step we're going to do, we're actually going to be using Bare Minerals in Warmth to add a little bit of depth and contour the cheeks a little bit. Now at this point you can use a bronzer or a blush, whichever you prefer. Sometimes I like to use a bronzer and a blush just because it kind of balances out, it doesn't look too pink or too brown. So I'm going to use by Bare Minerals, it is True, and use a little bit of a bigger brush just to get a little bit more color right in that cheek area. So the next step is going to be Painterly from MAC. It's the Pro Longwear Paint Pot. What I like to do, rub a little bit just on your finger, close your eyes, and I like to put it almost as a base to the eyeshadow. It evens out the color on your eyelids, and it helps your eyeshadow kind of stick to that a little bit longer so it lasts all day. Next we're going in, I have one of my palettes, one of my Z palettes. They actually come in smaller little squares, so you can only have like 4 eyeshadows in it and a big one, which is really nice and convenient. But I'm going to be using just a couple colors, which we'll put the link down below where you can get those. And I usually like to go in with just a neutral. I'm going to use a neutral shimmer on Rachel today and just kind of dust it over the eye. Next I'm going to go in with a highlighter under her brow, just quickly, just to brighten it up. And then a bit of a darker color in the crease. I'm just going to blend out some of the lines that I put in there. Next we're going to work on Rachel's brows. This is Brow Wiz from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I really love this product, it's amazing. Has a little comb on one end and the product on the other. And her brows don't really need shaping, but we're just going to go in and adjust the tone and the color of it, fill them in just a little bit. So the next step that we're going to do is eyeliner. You can use an eyeliner if you have one already, or you can use just a brown shadow. It's nice to get a palette with some matte shadows in it. So today we're going to be using from the Lorac Pro palette, their espresso color, and an angled brush. Close. And if you put it right on the lash line, it's going to give the effect of eyeliner, but it's going to be more smudged and not as harsh. So it's good for an everyday wear. The next step is going to be mascara. You can use whichever you prefer. This one's from Tarte. And the last step we're going to do is just a lip gloss. You can use any lip gloss. One of my favorites is NYX, their Butter Gloss. It's amazing, it's easy just to keep in your purse, has just a little bit of color, it's not overly pigmented. My favorite color is called creme brûlée, and it's just a really nice neutral. All right, and Rachel's set.